Okay. All right, everybody. So we're back. Just wanted to regroup a little. We're having an amazing Easter Sunday, but of course,
Leg of lamb.
so yes, we had an amazing dinner. We had an amazing leg of lamb, and we unfortunately have some stuff that we need to address today. And we've been taking the higher road on some topics, and I'll get into that in a minute. I am going to give a few minutes for people to come on, and so that we can have as many people watching, but also it's important that everybody has the backstory, because there are a lot of new people in our lives and on our social media that don't really know my husband and I, and also may not know our whole thing, because just like my husband doesn't see everybody on social media and what they post, it's the same thing with everybody else, right? You guys may see like a post here, a post there, but you may not see every single thing that's being posted. So who here, like as you guys are joining, like who here has ever dealt with in their life bullying, cyberbullying, whether it's online, whether it's someone who's related to you, whether it's someone he's here already, right, and toxic people who are just like up in your face, they're obsessed with you is what, because the reality is, and it's not being mean, it's people who do this are obsessed. See, do you see the likes going up here, honey?
Yep.
They are obsessed with you. They're jealous. They're miserable in their own lives. And it's horrible. And you know what? For goodness sakes, let's go here for a minute. How about the fact that right now this entire country is dealing with a pandemic? And everybody should be focused on, and this is what needs to be gotten rid of in the world. And right now, it is time for all of the people who are tired of toxic bullying and people to stand with us against this, because our family has been dealing with something for too long. And in fact, for those of you with children, and throw up the likes, the loves, comment if this resonates with you. We have 2 teens, 15 and 16 years old. They should be able to go on online video games. They should be able to, if they wanted to, have one of those children, like with the parent doing it, Facebook if they wanted to. But our kids don't even feel comfortable going outside of the house. And amen, there, Ryan, my ex, it's like, so, and it's because of a situation. And it had started last year. For those, does anyone know what we're talking about at this point? If you are on our social media, or if you know us personally, then you probably do. We started getting attacked by these crazy. Did you put it on your page?
No, I can't, because I'm in the other one, honey.
Oh, well, you can log out of there. Yeah. Okay. So we started getting attacked by cyberbullies last year. We kept quiet about it because my husband, so to give you a little bit of our backstory, now that you guys are good, and see, thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, everybody. Like, comment. This is like a strong topic that needs to end in America, because you know what? Sister. Life is too short. And especially right now, how about people need to be worrying about providing for their families when they're not working their normal jobs. People need to be worrying about being sick. We've had this virus in our house. We have children that we're taking care of. Who has time for some moron sitting online, or a bunch of morons that are sitting there that are apparently like so obsessed with my husband and I, that as soon as we start posting that we're doing music again online for everybody, and we're trying to help others and just doing our thing, just living, do we do anything that's wrong to people? Like, please comment, like, say something. No, we don't. We're just those people.
The funny part was, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back or you, but we help people. That's what we do for a living.
That's all we do. Weird. Yeah. My husband is like, always like helping kids with like low cost lessons, or, he's like the guy that a child needs shoes at school and he's getting them for them. Like, I'm the person that's like, Someone's messaging me. No, you got to do 1 second. Oh, maybe. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
So, you know, my husband's a school teacher, bottom line. My husband is a professional musician, and he has a career, and he's had this career his entire life. And
but these people
okay.
Just
honey, let me stay on topic.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
they are. We're both parents. Right. You know, we have children. We have grandchildren. We have teenagers. And when people are posting comments online, idle hands run jealous mouths. Amen, Ryan. I love that comment. And that is like the way to put it. Idle hands run jealous. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So this started with 3 different sectors. Metro and I live in Rhode Island, for those of you who don't know. I am a business owner. Everybody sees that. My businesses are genuine. I have some of my sales agents on here right now. And we are just a mom and pop business. We make all natural skincare. We do our thing. We mind our business. We don't bother anybody.
We have a little music band.
Yeah, we have our music, and we're just trying to live life. I had actually gotten sick with the autoimmune diseases because of what started with this, which it started with my husband's relatives, for whatever reason, and it doesn't matter. He has some family dynamic. What family doesn't? We have black sheep in my family too. It's like, what family doesn't have the black sheep?
Thank you, Jennifer.
Gossip started. I have never seen it. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm like, you're going to make me cry with that comment. Read it if you guys didn't. And then it filtered. Then all of a sudden, all as we knew was last year, I'm sick. And from the stress of my in-laws, literally, right? Can you just admit it? Yeah. It bothers us. It bothers us both because we shouldn't even have to talk about this. And right now it's not about my in-laws. I'm going to say that. Okay. Right. Because we haven't seen anything from them. So we will say that. But their gossip got bullies and girls that wanted to pick on me because they're clearly not happy in their own lives. And all of them are, have their own issues. And I'm not going to publicly display that because we're going to still take the high road here. But people who have lives that are not, my husband and I are a typical husband and wife. Yes, we have fights sometimes. We argue. Who the heck doesn't? That's in a relationship. You know what? I used to cry when it happened, and I'd say to my husband, "Oh my God, our relationship's bad." And he'd look at me and he'd take my head in his hands, and he'd be like, "Honey, if we didn't fight, then I would say we had a fake relationship and it wasn't normal and it wasn't working." He's like, the making up is the best part of it. So things because of his relatives became an extreme, though at one point we were having private issues that are nobody's problem. But the thing is like any couple, we were also working through them, right, honey?
Yeah.
And some things our cell phones got hacked into, for example, our checking account got hacked into. Video was downloaded of us arguing. That was actually because we were going to counseling. Who doesn't go to counseling? And and this was
but it was caused, a lot of the argument was caused from the stress they were having from literally my relatives and other stuff.
That's the only reason why we were arguing. My husband, for the first year we were together, it was like, I'm not kidding you, like fairy tale. But then the stuff that was being said, and I am going to point out some of this, so a tiny bit, just so that they know why. So like my husband constantly getting messages saying, your first wife, who his first wife passed away, your first wife, she's an amazing woman, but your new wife isn't. And saying when I got sick with the autoimmune diseases that my husband should leave me because he deserves a healthy wife and not a sick wife. And saying that our children aren't his children because he adopted them, which how horrible are people to say things like that. And my in-laws are contacting him and saying stuff like that. And they're contacting me. And and the reason why is because my husband finally stood up and said, listen, that's it. He blocked them all out of the life. We stood our ground. We spent like $20,000 on lawyer fees last year. We had to send out things blocking people and whatnot. And you know what? We shouldn't have to be doing this on Easter Sunday, guys. So what we're asking everybody is, this spun into some, if you're from my hometown, West Warwick, and there are girls, one of them's Joy Bergstrom, one of them is Marley Nolan Barlow. Marley's husband is Metro's distant cousin. Metro didn't even know, like he hadn't seen him since Metro was like 10 and he was a little boy. He didn't even know Marley existed. And so she latched on to his relatives, and then she got people who used to bully me growing up, and then somehow it all connected to a hate blogger. And we're not even going to give his hate blog light of day in this video, because that's what he's looking for, this person.
But he had gone away for about 6 months. Right. After torturing us and costing us $20,000. But it just popped up today.
Yeah, and the stuff, and we've been having a hard...
It's happening again.
Right. And we've been having a hard time getting things. There are videos on YouTube. There are things, if anybody wants to help, like us, to get this stuff taken down, I had already been told that if we have enough people, email the Attorney General in Rhode Island on this, because this jackass, in plain English, that is saying it's freedom of speech what he's doing. No, it is not freedom of speech for you to take the fact that I've been divorced and married before my husband and turning it into this story that I'm a black widow. It's not okay for you to take a video that you hacked in, and we've got proof that you did, into our phone of us fighting, and we've asked you to remove it because it's our personal stuff that you have no right. And we're like kind of somehow getting under the Richter scale. So we need to build an army right now. And we need to know, and private message on this, or you can comment. You can comment and I'll contact you. Who is in this army that will send an email, and we'll tell you where to send it to our Attorney General, saying, listen, this family is a good family. They're being cyberbullied, because cyberbullying, cyber stalking, it is illegal. There are laws against this, beyond the fact that this person has written several blogs just about that I can't be sick with autoimmune. And I'm lying, saying that I'm taking pain medications that I don't take, saying horrific things about my husband, saying that we have a horrific marriage. There's some that are about, supposedly my husband is like kidnapped and tortured and being held at his will.
Yeah, we're keeping our heads up. It was going away for a while.
Yeah.
And it felt like maybe,
So they're attacking my husband's school.
Yeah. Guy, but so one of the guys involved with
Sam Bryson, if you see that.
Brisson.
And that's
he shows up on
it's the owner of the hate blog.
Or somebody who's
affiliated.
So he shows up on my school's like there's a band parent association thing.
Like who does that on Easter Sunday?
Goes and sticks the video up on there and makes some derogatory comments. I'm like, these are kids, man, middle school kids.
And like seriously. So and does anybody think of like if you don't like us, that's okay, but keep it to yourself, because this affects our children. So our Easter morning was greeted with my husband's colleague having to contact him to make him aware of this, and him having to crisis control with them. And then me having sales agents of mine warning Kimberly Kreitz, make sure everybody, first of all, if anybody hasn't done this on their Facebook yet, do yourself a favor in general. Go into your settings and click. It'll say who can view your posts. It'll say who can comment on your posts. Make sure it says that only your friends can comment. Because what this person is doing is he's going to my sales agents for my company, also ignorant, and commenting on their posts that are about our music and our business. Yep. And these blogs are still up. But if we have enough people, not just ignore, delete, block. Yes, Kimberly, thank you very much.
Which we've done.
We've already done this. Make us aware of anything you see so we can have it removed. Report anything you see, but don't read it, please. Don't feed into it because it's such old news and it's just like, it's not right. It's not right. Like my husband and I are very honest, and like we're on our videos for Metro and Cat, you see us sometimes we're a typical husband and wife and going back and forth, and I'm like, Matt, no, like really. Yeah, it's like this is just we're husband and wife. We're normal. Like my 15-year-old eloquently say.
I might be less normal than some.
She's like, Mommy and Daddy, you're normal. Who doesn't argue? Especially, and our own daughter said, especially a married couple, and she's right. A married couple's with each other 24/7.
Not only does it cost us just over.
But we need to have these people know it's not acceptable, and we need help getting someone to recognize this in the state, because this guy somehow got the ACLU saying that this is freedom of speech for him to be posting stuff like this, and it's not.
Well, because he's done it on his website, and then
he attacks a lot of people. He goes after people who may have had a drug issue or who may have had a drinking problem, or, women who are doing selfies all the time. And you know what? Enough with this on the freaking social media. It's not okay. So if you would like to help us by being part of our army to get this stuff taken down, we're going to need a bunch of people to bring light to this to our Attorney General. We're going to need a bunch of people emailing the ACLU saying this isn't okay, because there has to be a main ACLU, not just the one in Rhode Island, the sectors. We need people who are going to be willing to report anything that we need taken down. They have a podcast, they have blogs, that's what they're sharing, and they have YouTube. And this all shouldn't be on the internet. And it shouldn't be on Facebook either. So if you would like to help us, we need help. Please. We're asking you. We need an army of people, because it's going to take hundreds of people who really care, who will just report this stuff until someone says, okay. So, because that's what's been happening so far, is because we tried taking the quiet, silent, high road and like sweeping this under the rug and trying to deal it with ourselves. What's being said by these people is, well, nobody ever stands up for them. Nobody's defending them. Nobody's doing anything. And nobody's contacting and reporting it to the FBI. Does have a cyberbullying unit. So we have enough people. They did notice this at one point. So because of the fact that this went away for 6 months and we haven't bothered anybody and just went on with our lives, and now all of a sudden they're doing it again. And because there's also real names attached to it, meaning these two women who I grew up with, who don't know me. They just know me from growing. Like one of them worked with me at Pizza Hut for 3 weeks that I worked at Pizza Hut when I was 27. And she dated someone who was friends with someone I dated when I was 17.
But she knows everything about you.
But she apparently knows my whole life. And she knows the truth about me.
And she knows me.
And she even said in one of her posts, well, I don't like her because I contacted her because my husband was cheating on me and I wanted her to block the woman because the woman's on her social media and she wouldn't. But I said, I can't get involved with something. It's a business page and I hope everybody would respect that, because I don't judge anybody. Seriously. Imagine working at Pizza Hut at the age of 27. Right. And so to give you a backstory, because I don't know if that was a dig or not, Dominic, but yeah, imagine working there at the age of 27. Yeah, I was a single mom going through a divorce with 3 children. And I waitressed full-time at a restaurant that I had been waitressing at for a while. I worked 40 to 50 hours a week there. I waitressed at Pizza Hut. And I was also a top leader with Tupperware and had a vehicle paid for by Tupperware. So I worked 3 jobs to pay my own legal fees, is what that's called. That's why I worked at Pizza Hut. So in other words, I've always been a woman who does whatever I take. And no need for, if you could say something because it's a man, no need for rudeness.
Hi, Dominic.
No need for rudeness. Like, could you say something like that?
What's the name of the hate blogger? Do you want to put that out there?
Or? We will private, because we don't want to give him airspace. So we'll private message you. But the Sam Bryson is what's posting. And we don't want, because there are so many people who are just like, obviously, like this, I don't know what this comment is, but anybody who's negative can be blocked. Delete and block yourself. We're all set. We're not being mean. But you know what? Yeah, it's necessary to know the whole life story, Dominic. It's called the backstory, actually. And you know, if you hadn't made a snide comment, I wouldn't have said. But yeah, I'm like, and not a lot of women, and my husband's proud of me of this, and so aren't my kids. You know, not every woman or every man will do that during a divorce. Take responsibility to like get 3 jobs, no matter what it is. So yeah, it sucked working at Pizza Hut at the age of 27, but you know what? I had to fit a side hustle in to be able to pay a lot of legal fees on my own, because I never had anybody giving a silver spoon into my mouth and paying my way. I've always done it on my own, and I had 3 children. I was paying my own apartment rent. I was paying my own everything. So I'd hope people could respect that. So, well, but we need help with, private message, you know, us, if you want to help to get this stuff taken down. Because if we have enough people like emailing you to Google, emailing the place that these people have a podcast, emailing, I have to, if anyone is savvy with internet, we have to figure out, yeah, that guy just needs to get blocked. Yeah, there's more than 8 views, honey, but it's okay. Whoever do you know that person, or is it just random? Yeah, so it's okay. You can't. I don't want to get it's okay. So we can get his blog taken down, and we can get his podcasts apparently taken down, because the places that house these things, thank you, Ryan Levake. Thank you. Thank you for defending my honor. My husband doesn't like to get, you know, and that's the thing. My husband, he is a sweetheart. He really is. And he's really non-confrontational. And that's okay. I love him for that. You know, so thank you, any men who stand up for me, because Metro does try to, but he's just, he hates.
Dominic, I'm coming for you. Later.
Do the Lester. Don't do the Lester Holt.
It's Lester. You actually have, it's Easter, Dominic. Go with you. I'm looking at your kids on the on your Facebook page. They're beautiful. Go hang with them. But like, why even on Facebook? Go be with your kids.
Yeah.
But yeah. So he's obviously, if you're not associated with the folks that are doing this, then you've never had. Okay. No problem. Thank you.
No, he's obviously involved. So this would be someone that...
This would be an example. Yeah,
he's obviously someone who's on the crew and still on my page, and that's fine.
Okay. By the way, your kids are adorable.
Yeah.
They really are.
And,
all right, moving on.
No. But the thing is it doesn't matter how many people like our posts, watch our posts, whatever. That's our business. Don't be on our social media stalking us.
Yeah,
just go on with your life. You know, like my husband said, go spend time with your kids. Go spend time with your family. People really need to get out of this toxic.
He says nobody cares, yet he stays on here and watches.
Yeah.
If he didn't care, wouldn't you click out and not watch anymore?
Why are you watching?
The mere fact that he took 12, yes, and a full 100 and going, and I don't have kids. Oh, okay. Then there's a
fake you then.
Oh, then there's a Dominant Sotak that I'm looking at right now.
That is you. Yeah, that's him. It's okay, honey. You know what? Ignore. It's not worth it.
Maybe there's another one.
No, it's not. That's
him. No, it's your picture. Wait, no, it's not his picture. Oops, I might have the wrong Dominic.
I'm only mentioning you, darling, when you comment, Pumpkin. So just go away. Oh. Be on your own.
All right. Anyway, I don't want to do this. So thanks everybody.
Yeah.
So if you can get the word out there.
Yeah. So,
by the way, block Dominic.
Yeah, block Dominic. Block anyone who's toxic.
But this is what we're talking about.
If people can comment, can ignore them. Definitely be a voice. Just say, you know what, whatever, and just ignore people like this. Delete them. Block them. Make us aware if you see anything. And if you want to help, please comment or send us a message, and we will be reaching out to our close friends too, because automatically, if they're not on here, it is Easter Sunday, so we know a lot of people aren't going to watch us. But even in your own lives, everybody's going to start standing up against behavior like this perfect example here. It's Easter, like really, and we've got people saying, "Hey, you know, they think they're really good singing, and they think this and they think that, and look at this," and it shouldn't be happening. Like, leave us alone. Obsess about, if people obsessed, this is where I'm going to end this. If people spent as much time, these people that do stuff like this, obsessing over bettering themselves and obsessing over having a good life, okay? And not obsessing over what everybody else is doing. Because guess what? We're at home. We're not sitting here worried about what anybody's doing. Today was all about making our children happy and having a blessed day with our children and being grateful to God. And we had an amazing day despite this. So don't anybody think that you like ruined our day. But it's just, it's a pain in the ass and and aggravating. And we have to protect our children by making sure that, you know, stuff isn't happening. So thank you, everybody. Those of you who have always been supportive of us, we're grateful for you. And block, delete, ignore anybody. Don't feed into the beast for yourself and for this going on with us, and anyone who wants to help send us a message. God bless. We are going to be doing the power of positivity soon, so hang on for that. Have a great day.